All right, so about 5 years ago, this belt was released or debuted by Daniel Bryan, or should I say the new Daniel Bryan. And not that many people like the belt, but when it comes to custom belts, originality, usually stands out a lot more. And I couldn't wait to buy this belt. And when it finally came out, a lot of people didn't like the price because it was the price of a regular replica metal replica belt. And this was made of wood and burlap. So I bought it, but I didn't like the way it looked because it wasn't like the one on TV. They kind of took shortcuts and didn't use, you know, earth stones like Daniel Bryan said he used. And it just, if you look at the original belt, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I went ahead, I bought this brand new, and I modified it. And there it is. So when you bought this belt, you had a bunch of just blue plastic filler here and blue round resin circled looking stones. And you had this white, I don't know what this white stone is, but they had them right here filled in. And it didn't look right. It looked cheap. It looked even more like a kindergarten project. But this is as close as I can get it. I don't know which stones these are, but these blue ones here are Amazonite. I think I'm saying that right. Amazonite. And these other stones, unfortunately, I couldn't find them without being part of a necklace. But if you look at the real belt and what I have here, I try to match them as closely as I could. Now for the swoosh or underscore, the stones I bought were pre-cut, so I didn't have the luxury of sizing these stones like I wanted. So I had to make do with what I had. So I got this as close to the real belt as I could, but mine has a little bit more stones than the real belt does for this area. The other area has the correct amount of stones, and I tried to match color with what was in my reference pictures. I took this. This was one whole bar of just white blocks. I cut them out. I separated them because that's how the real belt had it. So the even as a tip, got to show that tips and love for those of you belt people out there. You know what I'm talking about. The strap is made of burlap. The wood is not a heavy wood at all, but it is thick. Very light. I'd say it feels like a like cheap kitchen cutting board wood. It's probably what it's made of. Velcro. And on the back, just brown felt to line the back up. I think the only part of this belt I'm missing is that sticker that says ages 3 or 6 and up. It kind of fell off. It didn't stick well. But I got everything else. I don't know. What did you guys think of this belt? I loved it enough to buy it. Paid full price. Took it home. Showed some love to it. Took all the terrible, incorrect stones off. Found what I could to replace it. I think I did a good job for accuracy. I like the way it looks. I like the way it turned out. I'm thinking a lot of you don't like it because of how incorrect the stones were. And, you know, with a few bucks, a heat gun, you can make it look just like the one on TV, kind of like I did. I remember back in the day, shoot, 2019, it was me and one other guy in the belt groups. We're all about making this belt look TV accurate. Can't believe it's been that long. But yeah, we shared information with what we could. There's a lot of people out there modifying their belt. Although all the ones I see that come up for sale, it's all stock and it doesn't look right. And you can easily do this. If I could do this, you guys can do it too. If you like this belt enough, it's well worth it. It makes it look way better than what the stock one was. To make it look more TV accurate, go for it. I'm going to show you just up close shots of everything I did. You can find a lot of reference photos out there. You can try to match it up yourself. Anyway, guys, do you like custom belts? I do. You get a chance to, hey, grab a new belt out there or new take on a championship that you like. That Smoking Skull belt, Brahma Bull. You got this belt. You got John Cena's belt, which became the championship for like 8 years, but I guess you count his U.S. title. That's custom. That rated R, somewhat custom too. But out of all those, I'd say this is my. I like this number one. It used to be Smoking Skull, then the Brahma Bull, then the Spinner, then the rated R. But this one tops all those. It's very unique. The whole aesthetic matched his character at the time, which is an eco-friendly, you know, what do we call those people? Just full of nature. Doesn't like anything made of cows. You know what I mean. All wood, natural stones, burlap. When they did that, man, they thought of everything. Even the logo of the belt popping up on screen, you had that recycling logo graphic into the belt. That was cool. Anyway, guys, let me know if you have this belt, if you plan to modify it, if you can find it out there still. I know these have been coming out for some reason, or, you know, for sale. People tacked on a hefty price on it, but, you know, if you like it like I do, get it. Because it looks really nice, super light. I don't think you have to worry about it tarnishing or anything. Oh yeah, forgot to mention one thing. The only difference from this belt, from the Elite one they sold at WrestleMania that I could tell of, was that this E. The E on here is straight. But on the real belt, it's curved and divoted. Just like the metal one. So I don't know if they did that on purpose, just so you can tell if it's a replica or a real belt. But that E is bent on the real belt and on the $4,000 version of this belt. I'll leave you with that. I'll see you guys soon.